Hi, welcome to Short Run Pro's series on various manufacturing topics. I'm Arthur Toll, and today we're going to talk about U-brackets and some considerations that you have to make when you think about how a U-bracket is fabricated. So first I'm going to talk a little bit about how a press brake works. This is a very simple side view of a press brake of what I've drawn here. There's a die, which is just a chunk of metal, and then there's a punch, which is another chunk of metal. And how the press brake works is it pushes the punch down with lots and lots of force to bend the metal. So what you do is you put the workpiece, or just the piece of metal, blah blah blah, in there. So this would be an example of what a workpiece might look like. You'd put it in there. The punch comes down and pushes it into the die, and then what you get on the other side would be just a V shape, or you might see that as an L bracket if you just rotate it a little bit. Now, the way you do a U bracket is first you hit it once, and so you make an L like that, and then you take that L and you put it back in there, maybe like that, and you hit it again. So you now bend that corner up, and now you have a U bracket. So you might get a U bracket something like that right there. Hit it once, turn it around, hit it again. Now, a consideration you have to make, and this is the whole point of this video, is because we see this fairly often, is after you make that first break, say you have a part like that, and you need to bend it up so that it's like this. The point being, this inside diameter here, this connecting flange, is very short compared to these. Now what that looks like when you put it in the die is like this. Put it in flat like that, and it's got a bend that comes up. So if you'll notice, I just basically turned that around from what we were looking at before. So what actually happens then, if you have a heavy enough material, you could actually break the punch. And if it's a lighter material, you could just break the workpiece. What you want to do is you want to keep on your standard U bracket this dimension, we'll call it dimension B, we'll call this A, B, and C. The shortest dimension of the vertical legs, so in this case we'll say A, has to be less than or equal to 2B. So for example, if you have this dimension here is 3 inches, then you want A to be no more than 6 inches. That's the maximum you could get with A, and that's just for using our standard ProQuote, which is an application on our website. I'm sure you've seen it. But this doesn't mean that we can't make these parts. It just means we have to think a little bit more about it, because there's a bunch of different tricks that we can use to either make this with a press brake, using just like a special die or a special punch or something like that. Or if worse comes to worse, we can always weld the part and just make an L bracket and then a plate and then weld them together. This is an example of a part that we were able to bend that exceeds those rules, and we were able to do this with a special punch that's called a gooseneck. Here's another part that we were able to get around. As you can see, the bottom flange is much too short. And finally, there's this piece, which was very easy to make. We didn't have to do anything special for this one. But as you design your parts, keep this in mind. If you absolutely need to have these vertical flanges be tall with a short horizontal flange, let us know. We'll be happy to work with you on it. and maybe we can come up with a solution. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.